Hi, Sue here from Mystic Matters. Thank you very much for joining me. If you've been drawn to this particular video, then this is what you need to know. I'm using the Mythic Tarot, and they're based on Greek mythology. This is turning out to be quite a long message here. Okay. All right. Okay, we're starting off here with a reason to be joyful, to be celebratory, and because you commit a lot to the people you care about, the work that you do, your friends, your family. You give 100%, and this is validation of that commitment. So everything has kind of bubbled up, and it's a case of celebration. It's being really, really happy, and you've got some great bonds with people around you. This ongoing contentment of permanence in the realm of the heart. This could be a life partner that you get closer and closer as the years go by. But it can be with friends and family, people that are in your life that will always be in your life. Very, very strong bonds that you are supportive of them, they're supportive of you. And that is wonderful, and that is where we're starting off from, this really loving foundation. And then it's kind of, okay, I've built something really substantial. I've got wonderful friends. I've put a lot of commitment in. Now it's time for me to start something else. So let me kind of look after my diet and exercise. Maybe start a new hobby, maybe save some money rather than spending it. Let's look to the future, kind of different things I need to do. But it's looking after yourself on a material as well as on a physical level. So this is the beginning of a new adventure. And you're needing to not accept second best. So don't do things by half measures. If you're going to do a diet and exercise regime, do it properly. If you're going to save some money, do it properly, not just on Mondays. If you're going to start a new hobby, do something that you really want to do, not just because this is a cheaper course than the one you really want to do. That kind of thing. Don't accept second best for yourself or the people that you care about. But also be aware that when a Queen of Swords comes into play, you can seem a bit aloof to the people around you because you're working very much in your head. So you're maybe not as cognizant of the emotions of others because you're just not seeing them, because you're not being observant in that emotional way. Now, if there's anything that you are avoiding, if there's if you're doing something for an easy life, for instance, if there's an argument that's going on around and you don't want to get involved, keeping quiet isn't the best way of dealing with it. All it needs is if people are coming to you complaining about other people, this is just one scenario. If there's anything that is going on, this is a card of resentments bubbling up to the surface. And if you know about anything that's going on where it's likely to bubble up to the surface and explode one day, it's best that you make your kind of position clear, even if it's talking to the people involved and saying, look, this isn't my business. I don't want to get involved. I don't want to take sides. Just so people know where you stand. Because if you keep quiet, it's likely to impact you as well. Because sometimes silence is taken as acceptance or that you agree with them. Because there is likely to be a bit of a blow up here with conflicts and things that kind of rising to the surface. It's important you don't hold on too tightly to what you believe gives you status. So don't this blocks finance, it blocks creativity. It's you standing on your high horse and saying, well, I don't know about that, or this is not what I believe. It can be a case maybe in families where one member of the family is putting down all the rules for everybody else and there's no budging them. Like I said, this is the rules. I don't care if they're out of date. They're not out of date for me, and you have to live by my rules. Then you get, when, especially, if it's a kind of a parent or grandparent that is kind of putting these down, and they're trying to enforce their belief systems on somebody who's a teenager, who's got very different views and living in a very different world to the world they lived in. This can cause this disruption and this blowing up of resentment, and it can break up families, it can break up friendships. So be flexible. Don't get self-righteous about things, because otherwise this could end up in breaking up of relationships if it's allowed to build up. And don't take on more than you can physically handle either. Help people that need help, but don't just jump to the help of people who are quite capable of doing things themselves, but they just can't be bothered. So, don't get overwhelmed. You can't do more than you can do, and do it properly. There's also things you need to walk away from. They've outgrown their usefulness, and by walking away, you can reorientate yourself on an inner level as well as on a financial level. And you've got the opportunity here. It's like, do I stay with what I have or put my energies into something else? So there's a lot of growth that's going on here. So I'll give you a quick recap here. So we're starting off here. You have very good reason to be very proud of yourself. You put 100% commitment into your work, your friends, your family, and there's reason to celebrate because it's validation of that commitment. Some things occurred. Maybe you got a promotion, or you graduated. Whatever it is, you're getting the rewards for the efforts you've been putting in, and you've got a very loving support around you, and friends and family, and maybe a significant other. But it's a bond that will last a lifetime. So really, really strong, loving relationships here. But then it's like, okay, I need to look after myself a bit better. Maybe I've been studying and I need to get more sleep, or maybe my diet, I've been eating too much fast food, or I haven't been doing any exercise, or saving money or starting a new hobby. But it's looking after yourself on a material level as well as a financial level. And it's like, okay, starting something new. It's important that I put 100% into this, like I've done for other things in my life. I mustn't accept second best. It's got to be the best for myself, for the people I care about. And if something less than first best turns up, I'm just going to ignore that one and just let it slide and just wait for the best to come. But I also need to be careful about not laying down the law with other people, especially if they are of an age to make their own decisions. I need to be prepared to talk. I need to, because if I get on my high horse with people and say that my way is the only way, maybe I've been promoted into a job as a manager in a company, And then I'm telling all the employees in my department that, this is the way to do it. I want you to do this and I want you to do it my way. You're likely to have lots and lots of people kind of up in arms because suddenly they're not trusted to do their jobs anymore because you are insisting on doing their job for them or telling them how to do it. And then there can be mutiny. So it's important that you don't dig your heels in and get stubborn, because the thing is, with any of us, if things we do our way is our way, it doesn't mean that it invalidates everybody else's way of doing the same thing. Everybody is different. Everyone has a different way of doing things. So you need just to be flexible, not get stuck in my way is best. And then you're not likely to get the conflicts that will be bubbling up and will get overwhelming. And you don't want all these people leaving, do you? So don't get overwhelmed, because also if you leave people, to give them trust them. If they're your children, trust your upbringing of them. If they are the people who are working in your department, you're head of that department, trust your employees. And if things aren't going well, then just pull people in, suggest another way. But it feels really important to say, don't lay down the law, because you'll end up overwhelmed, and you will end up having to do other people's jobs because they are just going to get so demotivated that you're going to have to do more than your fair share just to keep everything going. So anyway, that's kind of message. Let go of preconceived ideas. Let go of things that no longer resonate. They might still resonate with you, but they might not resonate with the people around you. So again, be prepared to let go and look at, I'm quite comfortable here in my ideas. I'm quite comfortable here in this life I'm living, but maybe I need to move forward, and maybe I need to try something else. So here's an opportunity to move forward and into more exciting and hopefully less conflicting time. So I hope that's been of help, and I hope to see you again sometime. Bye.